you ever think about the Roman Empire?
All the time.
Why? What are you thinking about it?
Well, because we're in those times right now. Everybody's preoccupied with sports, movies, work, you know.
What was he said about bread?
Well, all right, the common people, Roman Empire said that everybody was equal, everybody had a chance. But it wasn't. The rich got richer and the poor got poorer. And they worried constantly about people rioting. Because they knew that the common man, the common people, could take over at any time. So they would bring them into the Colosseums, and they would give them free grain, they would give them bread, they would give them wine, whatever they needed to fill their bellies and block their minds from what they were angry about. They would watch plays, they would watch fights with the gladiators, sometimes for months on end. And that's where we're at right now. And I think about it all the time. Because so many people are preoccupied with their favorite football team, their favorite actor, actress, singer, and they just don't even think about what's being taken away from them. As long as their bellies are full and they're happy with what's going on, they just let it continue.
Wow. Do you ever think about the Roman Empire?
How often do you think?
Shalom, shalom, Yahshua. What's up? First things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew tongue, great name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you, sister, brothers, living is true. And shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Shalom. Now, you just heard from that Edomite talking about how he thinking about the Roman Empire. What he thinking about that Roman Empire, he's thinking about that collapse. So this lesson right here, Yahshua, we're going to go into the history, how it's so relevant today, and it goes right with what that devil, this guy done saying that while he's pondering it, because it's not just on his mind. It's on a lot of Edomites' mind at this time. And the reason it's on their mind is because they can see the collapse of their empire, their society, Babylon the Great, which is the revised Roman Empire. That's why all these Edomites, I said, you know, the Romans was Edomites. That's what was Edomites was Romans. The Romans were Edomites. And these modern day Edomites, which are the same ones with the Roman Empire, they're now seeing their coming collapse happen before their eyes. We're all witnessing it right now. All witnessing it. And it was prophesied in the Bible this will happen. So with that being said, we're going to run through the scriptures where I'm going to show you where Yahushua gave us clues to let us know where we're at in this time in prophecy. You know, we're at the end of this current rulership, but it's going to be the end of Esau, period. Point blank, period. He ain't never come back rulership after this. This is it, you know, for Esau. So with that, let's get to where we at on that beast. You know, when you go to Daniel, go to Daniel, I want to say chapter 7. And he's talking about 4 beasts. You know, and he gets to the 4th beast, which is going to be like the worst beast of them all. You know, and this beast would get a wound. Like it look like it's going to go out, but it's going to come into power even worse than what it was before. And the scriptures tell you about that. You know, so we're going to go to, let's start off with us talking about it. You know, when you run it, Daniel chapter 7 is talking about the 4 beasts. You know, the Babylonian Empire. It's going to talk about the Egyptian Empire and the Medo-Persian Empire. It's going to talk about this current empire that we're in now, which survives Roman Empire. You know, the 4th beast. And it's Daniel 7:7. It says, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns. So let's break that down right there, man. It said it was strong exceedingly, had great iron teeth, and it devoured and brake in pieces. That's talking about the military. Whose military is more powerful than the American military right now? None. You know, at least we can say that before, because the burden got strong. You know, the Russians, China, Moab done got strong, but during your 1950s and 40s and your 70s, hey, American military see something you like, they coming in, they ransack, they taking it, man. Iron teeth, strong military. That's how Esau got control of the whole world. It was through military conquest. It was he did a whole lot of that when America got birthed. And what gave birth to America was Europe. That's why I say they had 10 horns, man, going back to the European Union, Great Britain. The Edomites here, these American Edomites broke off from the Great Britain Edomites. You know, that they broke off from that. And then the power seat that we in that's controlling the whole world right now, which is Babylon the Great. Europe runs second right now. But it does serve that beast, though. You know, it does serve, that great and suddenly beast, which turns into that great whore that we're living up under right now. So you see it's talking about that beast, right? So check it out. You go to Revelation, and it's gonna unlock and give you the clues to it. Because remember, everybody say Rome got destroyed. No, it didn't. When you look at Rome, what do they call it now? They call it the Catholic Church. Well, if you look at like some of the Edomites call it, the ones that's high up there in age, they call it the Roman Catholic Church. Because that entity is still here. It came back in the Renaissance. And it tells you that when you go to Revelation chapter 17 and 11, it says, and the beast that was and is not, even is the 8th, and is of the 7th, and going to perdition. They get talking about them 10 horns and all of it. It said it is the 8th, but is of the 7th. So what does that mean? When you go back and do your history, like I said earlier, the Great Britain, the European Edomites, the ones that's over here in America, guess where they broke off from? They are from the 7th. They're from Europe. The Renaissance period gave birth to Esau ruling again. Esau went out of power. Jake was ruling the world at one point in time. During the Dark Ages, Jake was ruling. And then Esau fought his way back and got in power because there was prophecy. So Esau now, we're up under the American rulership, which is going to be the entity that's going to issue out the MOTB. That beast is going to do that very quick and soon, because when you let's go to something else too. When I want to look at, let's go to Revelation 13 and 12. It's going to echo kind of the same thing. I'm going to start at 12. I'm going to read to 14. Check this out, y'all. So watch how this tie in. And it says, this is Revelation 13 and 12. And he exiled all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and then it was dwelled therein to worship the first beast, which deadly wound was healed. So this beast ain't talking about certain creatures. This beast is talking about governments, rulership, governing bodies. Peep that. It said whose deadly wound was healed. When was it healed? We go to look up that word. I'll put it up later. Look up the word Renaissance, and what does Renaissance mean? It says a revival or a renewed interest in something. When you look at that second definition, and what was that renewed interest of Esau ruling? Because as soon as they got back in rulership, that iconoclasm, they painted over all of the pictures and said, everybody is white. They did something great. Jesus is white, and they put everything in their image. And that's when Esau started ruling again, through the European conquest. Started with Alexander the Creep, and they got beat down, and then they came back. That's why I say whose deadly wound, let's go back to scriptures, whose deadly wound was healed. Because it was. Esau got back in rulership, but he's going to go out this time. And check it out, here go verse 13, because this is so relevant to the day. And this is verse 13. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men. We just seen that in Maui, Hawaii. Them satellite weaponry, the direct energy weapons, man, let's make a fire come out the sky. Esau burnt all that up so they can buy it up, and I guess that's where all the rich gonna go to wait out Jacob's trouble. But they burnt that all up with fire out of the sky in the sight of men. It's a lot of eyewitness account to tell you it was lasers shooting down in Hawaii and burnt all that up. So check it out, 14, it says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast which had a wound by a sword and did live. There it go again. So this devil gonna want us to bow down and worship this government. And he's gonna do that in the fashion of an MOTB, they micro CHIP. We're in that day and age of that season where the devil's gonna issue that out. Because now he's gonna want the worship. Because why? He's losing the power. The narrative's going down. Now he's losing. So I gotta make you bow down before I take that L. You know, he said, hey, echo the same thing we've been reading the scriptures. You know, the beast, they had a wound by a sword and did live. So Rome was supposedly destroyed. But when you think about Rome now, we're still living up under Rome. Just like the Edomite was saying, when you go to a Coliseum, the sports Coliseums, they're built just like the Roman Coliseums. All them football stadiums. Matter of fact, let's get to something real quick. Let's just look up something real quick. This is gonna be a visual for anybody listening. We're gonna look at this. I'm gonna give you a visual. Because I want to show you that these football stadiums, like we're still in the Roman Empire. Like they have coliseums. These stadiums is built just like Roman coliseums. Man, there is something to see. I thought they was gonna give us a comparison. Look, that's an old Roman coliseum. It look just like nowadays, man. The football, the games, it's the same thing. Look, same thing. That's ancient. And here these new football, that's a modern coliseum. So the football games, the basketball games, these sports are the entertainment pretty much, period. Your actors, your actresses, the movies. The entertainment is to keep you distracted. They had that during their times. As you heard the Edomites say, they make sure the people's belly was full, make sure they had everything they need, keep them distracted while they take their rights away. They're doing the same thing now. And they're worried about the people uprising against them because of all the wickedness they've been doing. Because the rich is super rich and the poor is super poor right now. And there's a big divide and there's no comfort. When there's no comfort, Esau gonna put his hands on them higher level Edomites. And so the higher level Edomites are scared about that. And like I said, you're gonna see the collapse happening. Because why? Greed. The super rich elites are so greedy. Because they had any, that's how you tell the Lord is in this. Because they had any lick of sense. All you gotta do is spend a little bit more money, spread the money around. You ain't gotta worry about nobody rebelling. Because why? Their belly gonna be full. They say tell like Yahweh Shah is orchestrating this. Because Esau's losing his wisdom. So when he's losing his wisdom, he's losing like the knowledge to give a little, to keep people quiet. Now he just taking everything. And that's gonna lead to a collapse. And everybody can see it. And that's why these Edomites are afraid. Because they like, oh man, they about to come get us, man. The circus is no good. If they wasn't using Deion Sanders right now, wouldn't nobody be watching college football? NFL is boring. NBA is boring. These movies is garbage. So ain't nobody, a lot of people starting to catch on to what is supposed to be conspiracy theories, but now everybody's starting to see they true, and that's a new thing to get into. So the vibration of your common man, your common working man is now raising up. And everybody's uprising against their governments. And Babylon the Great is the last one to, you know, get that great uprising, which is coming. It's coming. You know, which I'm going to go get something else too. Let's go get that. Because Elon Musk said it too. This little low-level luminary, he worried about that too. I done heard that a lot. They all worried about that. That's a big thing going on right now. Here we go. The article, it says Elon Musk says the shoplifting epidemic is giving him late-stage Roman Empire vibes. America's going full Joker. So this devil just compared the modern government we're living under to the Roman Empire. And that's so true, because it is. You got the Congress, the Senate. Rome started that, man. The Caesar, where you got to go through all the parties to get something voted across. Rome started all of that. You know, that started in them times, and we still live under that system. Well, you don't believe me? Let's go to the scriptures. Let's go to the scriptures and get it, because Lord can tell you better than I can. You go to First Maccabees. First Maccabees 8 and 15. Check it out. We're going to go First Maccabees 8 and 15. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting a way for the people, to end that they might be well ordered. Verse 16. And that they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled over all their country, and that all they were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation amongst them. You know, in that there was neither envy or emulation amongst them, which, you know, that happened anyway. But that's what we have to this day. You know, you got the president, you got the Congress. It said 320 men sat. You got your governors, your senators. You know, they go on congregate on how to, like, you know, to pass the laws on how to do with the American people. So they was doing that back then. They're still doing that to this day. That's how we know who they are. You know, and the vibe right now is your current government about to collapse. Too much greed, too much corruption. It's about to collapse. They had it good for years, you know, 1920s and 30s, and in the 40s and 50s, you know, this ruling over Jake had it good. Had it good in the 1700s, you know. They had it real good then. 1800s, and then now we're at the point where Babylon the Great is about to go out of rulership. And his devil's very worried, because deep down inside, these devils know when we get rulership, we're going to do unto them as they did unto us. Deep down inside, they know that. And that's their biggest fear. And it's going to become a reality very soon. And we're in that season. So that's why we tell you, Yashua, to watch out when you're around these Edomites, because, especially 2/3 too, because people about to bug out right now, because they can't imagine a place without, you know, the American society system. And see, that's what Esau gonna bank on to get them to take their MOTB. That's what he's gonna do right there. And I just love how the scriptures tell you, you know, basically where we at in prophecy, if you know how to read it. And been in this wise counsel, you can tell we're at the tail end. And at the tail end of this, it tells us in Revelation chapter 13, he's going to issue out a MOTB to make everybody bow down to the image. You know, he had everything going good, but now he got to make that move. And you can just see this place getting a bunch of instability about it. You know, you got all these, what they call migrants coming in, which is basically just undercover UN troops. You got the economy about to go belly up because the BRICS nation is coming in. The dollar going to be no good. So you see the economy about to blow out. Rome went down the same way. Matter of fact, I got some stuff, man. Let's go get it from the History Channel. Let's just run it down. It says 8 reasons why Rome fell. And the first one is what we're going through now. It says invasion by barbarian tribes. That's what's going on the border right now. You basically may say Babylon the Great is being invaded. That's what the Edomites are to holler. We need a wall. We need a wall. Because they see what's happening. Your country being invaded. And they're going to flip some new rules, and it's going to be chaos. So that's happening now. It says number 2, economic troubles and over-reliance on slave labor. It's basically the economy about to break. You know, they working a common worker. Your common worker is underpaid, overworked. You know, Esau not putting out good money so they can sustain themselves in this inflation. And it's like a bubble. It's about to pop, and this country's about to belly up. That's why they about to, let's throw the dollar out and go digital, because they know it's about to come. 3 says the rise of the Eastern Empire. The Bible will say the BRICS nation. BRICS nation getting strong. Got China, Russia, India. All these other countries are joining in with it as well. You know, you got South Africa. All the about 20 African countries. You got Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates. You got all these countries joining in with BRICS, man. Major country, Argentina, they're all joining with BRICS. So that's the rise of another empire that's gonna, you know, bump heads with this empire, and they know it. You got 4, overexpansion and military overspending. Oh, hey, Babylon the Great, America spends billions, hundreds of billions of dollars on military stuff. And it's all for nothing because it's like, it's not doing them no good. It's an overexpansion. Babylon the Great is spread out and start all these wars. All their troops are spread out all over the world. Then you about to bank your own citizens. So you're going to need troops for that and troops to fight all these wars that's about to break out all over the world. So they're overextended, it's spread thin. Plus the military is low. A lot of people don't want to go fight for the military no more. They done figured it out. They ain't about to fight for the rich. 5, government corruption and political instability. You got that right now. All them dudes getting all kind of case. You got Trump facing cases right now. All their crimes is coming up because everybody in the government is corrupt. I don't give a damn Democrat, Republican, whatever all them dudes ain't nothing but criminals. And it's coming out now because you got smartphones, information's been increased. So now they crimes, it ain't on the under no more. Information gets spread fast. So these devils getting exposed, man. The whole political system is falling apart. 6 going to the first one, the arrival of the Huns and the migration of barbarian tribes that's being invaded. Look at this. 7, Christianity and the loss of traditional values. Babylon the Great is the most wicked it's ever been right now. Why? Because Jake is wanting to be like Esau. When you think about it thoroughly, Yasharallah, Jake always held the decency of Babylon the Great. Like Esau have always been a profane devil. But Jake used to have morals and standards. Like we didn't do this type of stuff. We didn't treat our elders with disrespect. We didn't, go out and mess with no animal. We wasn't sick like that back in the day. Now you look at with the 2023, like you hear some sick stuff. Hey, it might be Jake doing that too. Jake done lost all his values, because this country was never, they founded on Christianity, but Esau didn't uphold them values. Jake did, and now Jake is throwing everything out the way because a lot no longer serves him, and a lot of Jakes ain't found their way to the truth, so they're just losing all their values. They like just be wicked as whatever, YOLO spirit. You only live once, and it just made everything horrible. Like this place is, you got to watch your children constantly. Food ain't good, nothing's safe. Everything is messed up because the wickedness and demonic activity is at the max. It says 8, weakening the Roman legions. They praise going to the military. The military is full of alphabet agenda. They too busy wanting to get it in with each other than actually go out and fight and do some stuff, man. Military ain't what it used to be. Military full of a bunch of confusion. They don't even know what bathroom to use. So it definitely got weakened. And that's why Babylon the Great's been destroyed. Esau don't feel so safe no more. His military weak now. His institutions is weak and corrupted. And everybody can see the collapse, man, the fall, man. Ain't no future in this place. So a lot of youngsters, they out looting and robbing because they got the purge laws in effect, like in Cali. And in Philly, Lord Wilma do a lesson on that. They went in there and ran up and ransacked all the stores. The Target is closing down, which is an excuse. They just using that as an excuse to close everything down to turn into a camp. We got to put these hooligans somewhere. So that's on the clock. That's about to happen. And you can just see the writing on the wall, man. We're living in the revised Roman Empire. And Rome is about to fall again. And this time for good. That's the great news right there. Because the kingdom of heaven is coming next. Because we don't want no more Roman rulership. Esau's done. And that's the great thing right there. So it's going to be rough, though, Yashua. It's going to be rough. Esau is not going to go out without kicking and screaming. That's what Jacob's trouble's about. This devil going like, okay, since I'm going out of power, since I'm going down, I'm about to take down as many Israelites as I can with me. That's Esau's mentality right now. And that's why we got to pray and stay in the house of David, stay in this truth, that the Lord keeps us and we make it through Jacob's trouble. Because Esau, man, I'm telling you, he come up with the military robot. The robotic military, because the people know good. He's going to use his fire from the skies, direct energy weapons. Like, he's about to use everything in the book to try to cut Yasharallah's numbers. The only thing that's going to, you get mercy from him is if you take his MOTB. You take his little device he going to put in your body. If you take that, then he cool with you. But if you don't, he going to go to war with you. And we definitely going to need that hedge of protection when this devil try to go to war with us, because we resisting his mark. We're resisting that. So I just want to do this lesson to show, the scriptures are so powerful, let you know what government, what rulership you living in. And then you just learn the history of it. And then you look into, you find out like, man, we still in the same old Roman Empire, you know. So we going through the same thing Apostle Paul went through. Like Yahushua was fighting against the Roman Catholic Church. The entity is still here, you know. So our people got to wake up and realize where we at and what time it is. And I hope this is very edifying and informative. And I want to say, Karan Yashar Allah, Detail Bob, Shalom.